This is Pastor Eli from Calvary Christian Reformed Church in Edina, Minnesota, and I'm sitting here in my kitchen thinking about how I can make disciples for Christ during this COVID-19 social distancing time. And I really believe that Zoom calls and YouTube videos are a good way to do that, so that's why I'm making these videos. So, with the high schoolers on Sundays, we had been learning about our Reformed faith from the Institutes of the Christian Religion written by John Calvin. So these two mammoth books. And I think it's good for us to learn from these volumes because it teaches us more about our Reformed interpretation of Scripture and how the life and teaching and theology of John Calvin impacts us in our walk with God and how it impacts our church. So let me first start by asking, who is John Calvin and why do we care? So John Calvin was born in 1509 in France, and he grew up in a Catholic family until he became a Protestant around 1530. And this was for a variety of reasons, including him reading and studying the book of Romans. He began writing the Institutes in 1537 and kept editing it and adding on to it until his final edition was completed in 1559, which includes about 1,500 pages. This book was translated into a bunch of different languages and was spread throughout Europe. Calvin was not just a theologian, he was also a pastor. He served at St. Pierre Church in Geneva, which was a city of about 10,000 people, a beautiful place right next to the mountains. And during this time, his church leadership really impacted the Protestant church. So his idea of preaching the text, going straight from Scripture, his idea of the worship service being a dialogue between humans and God, between the Creator and the created, and even the role of pastors, elders, and deacons has greatly impacted our church, Calvary Christian Reformed Church, today. And I think it is worth our time to study the Institutes because this is a masterpiece of literature that has impacted a ton of people. I think it's worth reading all of these pages because Calvin has a very devoted heart and biblical faith to God. He knows the Scriptures, he interprets them faithfully, and as a pastor, I really respect what he has done for our church and for other churches by bringing us the true gospel of Christ and what our faith in him means. So Calvin passed away in 1564, but his influence has spread, so our confessions as a Christian Reformed Church come directly from his theology. The quote I have for you today from the beginning of Volume 1 is this: "Nearly all the wisdom we possess, this is to say, true and sound wisdom, consists of two parts, the knowledge of God and of ourselves." And my hope is that during this time of social distancing, we will learn more about who we are and who God is. And my hope is that these videos will help us do that.